Hey fish friends, how's it going? Zenzo with Zawo Tanks. Hope you're doing well, hope you're having a great day. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about a plant that is used widely in the aquarium hobby for filtration purposes, and it's readily available. It's very inexpensive. It does a great job of removing nitrates from your tank, and I'll talk a little bit about the benefits of this plant, how to use it, where to get it, issues that you might find with this plant, and just talk about it in general. So yes, that plant is called Pothos. You might know it as golden pothos. It does have a Latin name, which is, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. It's like Epiprenum aurea or something like that. Anyway, I'll put it down here somewhere. But anyway, it's Pothos. It's sometimes it's called like devil's ivy because it's really hard to kill. Once it gets going, it kind of takes off. It is an issue in some parts of the world because it kind of has taken over and it just grows everywhere and grows very quickly and sometimes outcompetes the native plants. So you can see that I have some here on Oscar's tank. I just took some from upstairs and stuck some of the roots that had kind of propagated. I stuck the roots in water and just laid the pothos on top of the tank. And what it's doing is it's living and it's growing quickly. And you can see that just in the short time that I've had it down here, it's already shooting up some new leaves. And anytime that you have a plant that grows quickly, that plant is absorbing nutrients out of that water. And that's really helping in filtration and keeping your water low of nitrates and other elements in the tank that you may not want. So essentially, fish water is like fertilizer for these plants. So when fish pass their waste, or if you have any leftover food in the tank, that breaks down through the nitrogen cycle, and that nitrogen cycle, the end result of nitrates is what the plants use for fertilizer. So they absorb those nitrates and it helps them grow, which is oftentimes why when people have, gardens and vegetables, that when they use fish water, those vegetables grow much quicker and usually larger. So like I said, this plant does grow quickly. If you are going to use it, definitely make sure that you have space for it. It will take over an area very quickly. I'll show you my sump, and in the sump you can see where it's kind of growing all over and behind, and I've actually had to cut a whole bunch out of it before. It actually grew to the other side, which I'm not showing you right now, but it grew to the other side, and it was an issue. So I had to cut a whole bunch back, and then I'll use some and disperse it to other tanks. Obviously I have some here for Oscar. I also put some in the Tanganyikan tank, so if you've seen the Tanganyikan tank and the top of it, you can see pothos growing there. The top of the tank is just gets natural light from the window and from the room, and I just again stuck the roots in the water, and it's just been growing crazily and is helping to keep the nitrates down. A couple things to be cautious of when using this plant, and that is it is toxic if consumed. Now, your fish aren't going to consume it because you're not putting the plants in the water. You're just putting the roots in the water in a spot where, kind of in the background or whatever. But if you have cats, it can be very toxic to cats if they try to nibble on it. Dogs as well, and humans. So if you've got young children, you don't want them to access this plant and grab a leaf and start chewing on it because they could get sick. And if you do have a cat or a dog that likes to chew on plants, if you do have pothos in your house, make sure that you're protecting your cats and dogs from it because they can get ill from it as well. Now, I shared that it's readily available. I actually bought one plant from Home Depot. I paid $8.99 for a good-sized plant and was able to take that plant and rinse out the roots and then put it in different tanks. It's so inexpensive that I will sometimes take those plants and buy one from Home Depot and put it in a customer's tank. So as an example, if you've seen the 125 cichlid tank that I take care of at one of my customers' office locations, you may have noticed a bunch of pothos growing on top. That pothos was a gift from me, so I went to the store, I bought this plant for $9 and rinsed it out and set it on top of the tank. I'm not going to charge the customer. It really helps to make my job a lot easier by, again, drawing the nitrates out of the water and keeping those nitrate levels a little bit lower. And it does look nice as well to have some greenery on top of the tank, and just kind of helps with the aesthetics overall. So there you have it. Really simple. It's not a very difficult plant to take care of. It just needs some ambient light from the room, and it needs a little bit of water. So again, just stick some of the roots behind the background, or you can put it in top of like a hang on the back filter. I've done that before, and just let it take off, and you might see your nitrate levels go down. It might decrease the necessity of doing water changes. It might help the room and the area near your tank look a little bit better. And again, as long as you don't have young children, cats, or dogs that can access it and chew on them, you're good to go. That's all I had for now. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.